If there's one place that feels like stepping into a living painting, it's the streets of Morocco. From the maze like medinas painted in bold blues and sun-warmed reds to markets overflowing with spices, lanterns, and hand-woven textiles, every corner feels unreal. Narrow alleys suddenly open into vibrant courtyards where the scent of mint tea fills the air and life moves at its own rhythm. It's not just a destination, it's a full sensory experience that feels almost dreamlike. Today we will talk about the colorful streets of Morocco that feel unreal so. Before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. A living canvas of color, culture, and chaos, the streets of Morocco feel like stepping into a world where reality bends into art. This North African nation is a blend of Arab, Berber, African, and European influences, and that fusion explodes visually across its cities. Every street seems intentionally painted by time itself. Walls in warm terracotta, doors in deep indigo, tiles in geometric mosaics that reflect centuries of craftsmanship. From the Sahara-adjacent south to the Atlantic coastline, Morocco is not just a country you visit, it is a sensory experience that overwhelms sight, sound, and smell simultaneously. Walking through its streets feels less like tourism and more like entering a living, breathing painting where every brushstroke is a moment of daily life. 2. Marrakech, the Red City of Eternal Motion. In Marrakech, often called the Red City, the streets pulse with unstoppable energy. The famous Jama El Fana Square is the heart of this motion, where storytellers, snake charmers, musicians, and food vendors create an ever-changing performance that lasts from sunrise to midnight. Narrow alleys of the Medina twist like a maze, revealing hidden courtyards, spice shops stacked with saffron and cumin, and handcrafted lanterns casting intricate shadows at night. The reddish hue of the walls comes from the clay-rich soil used in traditional construction, giving the entire city a warm, glowing appearance under the sun. Here, even getting lost feels intentional, as every turn leads to something unexpected and visually stunning. 3. Chefchaouen, the blue dream in the mountains nestled in the Rif Mountains. Chefchaouen is one of the most visually surreal places on Earth, often called the Blue Pearl. Every street, staircase, and doorway is painted in shades of blue, from pale sky tones to deep cobalt. This consistent color palette is believed to have spiritual roots, symbolizing peace and heaven, while also keeping homes cooler in the mountain climate. Walking through Chefchaouen feels like drifting inside a dream where the sky has fallen onto the ground. Cats nap on blue-painted steps, locals pass by in traditional clothing, and small shops display wool garments, pottery, and woven goods that match the city's calm aesthetic. It is a place where time slows down and color becomes identity. 4. Fez, the ancient labyrinth of history. Fez, one of the oldest imperial cities, is home to a medina that feels like a labyrinth frozen in time. The streets here are narrow, often too tight for cars, and instead filled with donkeys carrying goods, artisans working in open-air workshops, and students heading to centuries-old universities like Al-Qarawiyyin. The famous tanneries of Fez present a striking visual contrast. Large stone vats filled with dyes in bright reds, yellows, and blues, where leather is processed using traditional methods unchanged for generations. The smell may be intense, but the sight is unforgettable. Every corner of Fez tells a story of endurance, craftsmanship, and cultural preservation, making its streets feel like a museum you can walk through. 5. Essaouira, the windy coastal palette on the Atlantic coast. Essaouira offers a completely different but equally mesmerizing color story. Its whitewashed buildings are accented with deep blue shutters and doors, reflecting both Portuguese influence and Moroccan coastal tradition. The city's harbor is filled with bright blue fishing boats lined neatly along the water, creating a striking contrast against the golden sand and crashing waves. The wind here is constant, giving the city its nickname, the Wind City of Africa. As you walk along the ramparts, seagulls fly overhead while fishermen repair nets and traders sell freshly caught seafood. The combination of ocean breeze, salt air, and vibrant color creates a calming yet powerful atmosphere. 6. Casablanca and Rabat. Modern meets tradition while many Moroccan cities preserve ancient aesthetics. Casablanca and Rabat showcase a blend of modern architecture and traditional design. Casablanca, the economic hub, features wide boulevards, Art Deco buildings, and the stunning Hassan II Mosque, whose minaret rises dramatically above the Atlantic Ocean. Rabat, the capital, offers cleaner, calmer streets lined with palm trees, white buildings, and historic sites like the Kasbah of the Udayas. These cities represent Morocco's evolution, where glass skyscrapers coexist with centuries-old fortresses. Even in their modernity, color remains essential, from patterned tiles to decorative gates that maintain cultural identity amid urban growth. 7. The souks, markets that overflow with life across every Moroccan city. The souks, traditional markets, form the beating heart of street life. These markets are a maze of narrow alleys filled with stalls selling spices, leather goods, carpets, metal lanterns, ceramics, and textiles. The colors are overwhelming: piles of turmeric yellow, paprika red, indigo blue, and emerald green stacked like edible jewels. Artisans hammer brass, weave rugs, and carve wood right in front of visitors, keeping ancient skills alive. The bargaining culture adds to the experience, turning shopping into a lively social interaction. Every souk feels like a sensory explosion where sight, sound, and smell merge into a single, unforgettable experience. 8. A cultural symphony of color and memory beyond architecture and markets. The streets of Morocco reflect a deeper cultural rhythm shaped by history, religion, and community life. Daily calls to prayer echo through narrow alleys, blending with the sound of footsteps on stone paths and the distant chatter of vendors. Moroccan cuisine, tagines, couscous, mint tea, adds another layer of sensory richness, often enjoyed in rooftop cafes overlooking colorful streets. Festivals and celebrations further transform public spaces into vibrant gatherings filled with music, dance, and traditional dress. Ultimately, what makes Morocco's streets feel unreal is not just their color, but the way life itself is woven into every shade, texture, and corner, creating a place where reality feels beautifully amplified. Conclusion: in places like Chefchaouen, the famous blue-washed walls create an atmosphere of calm that feels almost dreamlike. The shades of blue aren't just aesthetic. They reflect tradition, spirituality, and the mountain light that constantly shifts throughout the day. Walking through its narrow lanes, every corner feels intentional, as if the entire city was designed to slow you down and make you notice details you'd normally miss. Then there's Marrakech, where the experience is the complete opposite, yet equally mesmerizing. The streets here pulse with energy, spices stacked in vibrant pyramids, textiles hanging in bold reds and oranges, and the constant movement of people weaving through ancient souks. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up, leave a comment, and click the button to subscribe.